Running good. You in the class.
Wow. Welcome everyone. It's already the 14th of January 2025. It's 6 o'clock on a Tuesday and I've got more toys to distribute. I got more good stuff to show off. We got a bunch of custom nodes. We won't be doing it all night though. When I ended the stream last night, I had a little bit of fun with LTXV by injecting the plasma noise into the Latent, which was fun. So we'll take a look at that. And it seemed to give pretty good results. So I'll just put that there. Not a big video, but reasonable I thought, considering what we were doing. But we'll get into that. So yeah, I got a bunch of custom nodes to show. There's also a bunch of new HUNYUAN related things I want to take a look at, but they're more time consuming, so we'll probably do them later on. Let's see. Hello to Lucas, hello to Code Monkey Virus, and hello to Full Dive Media. Thanks for joining everybody. If you're watching live or you're watching later, don't forget that the Discord join link is in the description, and we share all kinds of stuff. It's pretty active. There's a lot of people in here that can help you out or just want to see what you're doing, and we love to get new workflows, LoRa's and GitHubs of interest so we can make strange things. Alright, so with that out of the way, we'll be getting into it shortly. It's interesting, AI is in the news again. It's everywhere, it seems to be taking over. And it's quite funny because I can remember 2 years ago when nothing really worked very well, and they kind of laughed. There was a bit of sneering going on, and the tables have certainly turned. Now AI is everywhere and in everything, and that didn't take long. So it really makes you wonder what's it going to be like in 2 years. So I think it's a great place to start getting up to speed with some of this stuff. And the reason I do a lot of stuff with Comfy is because it offers unparalleled opportunity for self-improvement, because of the way that you can learn how this all works, and you can truly build something out which is your idea by changing the way that all of the nodes are structured and the ordering and what it's doing. But also, most importantly, you can start writing custom nodes, which enables you to create nodes that don't exist. And that's a really big deal. And it's something that we're going to keep coming back to in many different ways here on this channel. But anyway, you probably already knew that. I'm probably preaching to the choir if you guys are watching live right now. I think I know each and every one of you by now. But a lot more people watch these streams after they go up. And I think it's a time zone thing, because I am in Britain. So I appreciate all you viewers from across the Atlantic and all around the world. But yeah, what we try to do is we try to simplify things. So we might even do some like, what do you call it? I call it renoodling, where we make the layout go from top to bottom, left to right, or in modules. So it's like clearly, it's more like Unreal Engine 5 style. Although they do have gets and sets. There's a lot of gets and sets in Unreal Engine 5 code, and I think that's where the idea came from. The whole easy use, use anywhere, all that stuff. But as somebody has quite helpfully pointed out, I could just click this and it's nice and clean. No noodle mode. Bottom right. But you guys probably already knew that. Somebody probably didn't know that. Like I said, there's more features in Comfy that I actually know what they all are at this point, because they're so extendable. You can build all kinds of stuff, like the thing across the top is crystals. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But enough from me. Let's get into the new nodes, shall we? Yeah. So we're going to come back to this. But what I'm going to do is, while I'm setting up, I'm going to tee it up so I can explain what it is, how it works, because it's really simple to change. Now, I don't really know if this is beneficial because I haven't done enough research. But essentially, what I've done is I've taken the LTX video model configurator because it has an initial latent, right? But I have set this up for 0.9.1. It's not Jajuf. Okay, it's not Jajuf. But I know this all works fine. And basically it's like, it's set up for 1280 by 736 at 121. So that's 720p, but for 5 seconds, which is quite ambitious. But the point is that we're injecting plasma noise. Now, we're not using the plasma noise sampler because this one uses Sampler Custom Advanced, and I haven't got an implementation. I haven't figured that out. You know, their custom noise sampler has a few extra things, but it's in the other style. It's not in Custom Advanced style, if that makes sense. But this works anyway, so I don't even know. Is it using, one thing I wonder is it using the same thing for all the frames, or is it using like an array of them? That's one thing I don't understand. But it says initial latent, so maybe you only need to set the first one and then it just gets like transformed or whatever, mutated. I think it's a really cool concept though, because one thing that we do with a noisy image to image, obviously, is, you know, you're noising whatever image you're putting in. And so obviously this is going to do something to the vibrance. It'll do a lot for color range. It's quite an interesting idea. Just going with like hard splats. Looks like Gaussian splatting, I guess. Oh, is it finished? It jerked a little bit. Oh, it jerked a lot. Whoa, that was a big clang. It's not even finished. It says 91%. Huh. So whatever I've done is less memory efficient for some reason. Because I've got my other workflow does it for 10 seconds. It's not doing this. I think I used the native Comfy implementation for my long play workflow. It might be worth like cleaning up the packs and doing a new version for Civet and stuff. But oh my god, it's slow tonight. See, it was playing up earlier. I wonder if something I've added recently has caused some clang. It might just be that it's a long video. I don't generally do, but I have done them. So, mind you, that was with Jajuf, which I think is way more memory efficient than the BF16, which is what this is using. Oh my goodness. It looks like the VAE is cooked, but I'm going to give it time. It shouldn't take this long. It took 1 minute and 20, and now the VAE is like... It's got a bit of a problem. That's not good. It's having a little bit of trouble. Wait, that's the original video which I already showed you guys. Yeah, I thought it looked really good. It looked like some kind of like scientists going around a secret lab or some kind of black site. Had site, you know, I don't know. It looked cool. I was like, that's interesting. And then I went to bed. So I'm just getting you guys caught up before we dive into the nodes, because that's what it is. What it is, right? This is the danger. Okay, so I'll go home and I'll be going to bed, and I'll get the Claude app out of my pocket, and I'll like ask some questions, like, you know. So I'll have this idea. I'll be like, oh, I thought, I wonder what would happen if we made a 3-tone filter for video, and it'll go, and I'll attach like my VHS style node to the conversation. Say, I wonder if I can make a new version called this, which does this. And he'll be like, well, if I'd do it like this. And he'd write the code out. And then I'd just close the conversation and go back to whatever I'm doing, eating, whatever it is. And eventually you've got like a bunch of these conversations that you've started and then not gone anywhere with. So then when I come in the day, I like open them up when I have time, and I'm like, all right, now we're gonna take the code and actually test it. And then eventually they either work or they don't work and they have problems, you know what I mean? It's fun. It's a fun thing to do, actually. To work with that assistant is a really fun system. And you get the result that you want. I mean, I suppose if somebody like was better than I am, they could look at the code and go, the computer's cheating here and here. And I'm like, maybe it is, but then again, I said I wanted it to be fast. So maybe it was like, well, the way to make it fast is to cheat. So who knows? If it gets the desired effect at the end, I'm not really too bothered. Like, that was very slow. 394 seconds. So what was even the prompt? What was the prompt? I don't have a... Uncharacteristically of me, I don't have a display. So I should have just chucked one of them in the mix, just so I could see what the prompt actually was, but It came from exterior of paradise. Okay, so it's probably like a giant metal panel over a megacity or something, and it's trying to do video. But what I'm saying is it started with this, so maybe we'll now it's all loaded, maybe it'll run faster. Let's find out. Let's find something which is like dialogue close-ups are usually good. It's like a strong area for LTX, so I'll try that one. So it's going to make a new plasma noise in 1280 by 736. That's got to match. That's the only thing that would throw an error. So it's made us an initial noise which gets encoded by the VAE and thrown into the model configurator. So it has to match. That's the only thing. After that, it's do anything you want time. So let's see. It says it's going to take 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I suppose it is. It is a long. It's 5 seconds at 720p. I do feel like this has caused it to get slower. So I wonder what the result's going to be. I mean, this isn't stunning, but it might have been the prompt. So what have we got here? Woman with olive skin and dark curly hair speaks passionately, then listens intently. So this should be a good test prompt. Yeah, this should be a good test prompt if it works. So while it's doing that, I'm going to see what else I've got. So I've got the 3-tone styler. Now, is this the one that takes forever? I don't think so. I think this one's quite fast. So I've got our test video, which is this one, which has the VHS layer guy, over the top of car with Audio screeching tyres from HUNYUAN, right? That's what we've got there. And 3-tone styler, as you can see, does a pass through and it gives you a 3-tone style, okay? But I've put in a whole bunch of options which I think you're going to find fun, okay? So in addition to the obvious stuff like contrast, threshold, smoothing, saturation, illuminance on and off, yeah? The thing that I put in is you got base color, which is you get to choose a color, right? And when you choose the color, that gets mapped to the one you select here. So if you choose a color and select midtones, your color is the midtones. And then the other 2 colors in the 3-tone are either primaries, secondaries, complementary, split and now just okay. So it's going to automatically do the rest for you. So if you're wondering how I'm putting in red and it's always, you know, so obviously highlights means that your color is the highlights, and then it will automatically figure out. Basically is the idea. I bet it's buggy and crashes a lot because there's so many different combinations. I couldn't possibly test them all. But if I put mine on to complementary and midtones, and I've got it set to just 1 second here. If I go cue it. Oh wait, are we still making something in the other tab? Yeah, we are, aren't we? I can't actually start the demo yet. Alright, let's go and see it. We're on the VAE set. Okay. So this is the bit that took like forever. So I'll just keep explaining. I'm going to do a brief overview of all the nodes that we're going to look at, and then I'll demonstrate them when HUNYUAN has finished plasma noising its video. Okay, so we got prompt dupe remover. So I've noticed that when we're using vision and maybe we're blending a prompt, you've got, say you're blending vision with a prompt list or with a wildcard system or whatever, sometimes you'll end up with like 3 or even 5 of the same word coming out into the prompt that's going in. So all it does is very simply deduplicates. So there'll be duplicates. It just removes every duplicate after the first. So if I show you this example, it's quite simple. This is unaltered prompt. This is deduped. So for example, weapon there's another weapon. Yeah? Holding, there's another holding. Sword, there was a swordsman at the front. So what it's done is it's every time a word is repeated, it gets stripped. And so you end up with a cleaned prompt, which only has one of any type of word. Well, that's the plan anyway. I bet there's ways to break it, but I think you can see what it does. It's very simple. You pass the string through this before going into clip text encode, and it'll strip any... because you might, like I said, if you're using a combination of LLMs and vision and all this stuff to generate a prompt, it's just a sort of check to make sure you don't have detail. And you know what I might do is I might do a V2 with a whitelist. So if you do want to have a word that's said many times, you can have that word said many times, but not also, you know, black. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's what it does. It's a dupe remover. Yeah? So I'm going to write down dupe V2 whitelist. That's actually a pretty cool idea. I just literally thought of it while I was explaining it. I think I'm going to do a whitelist. Yeah, that's a good idea. They just keep on multiplying, these nodes. They just keep multiplying. I'll just make it like a comma separated list, maybe with quote support so that you can have multi-words. So yeah, I think that would work. Alright, well, anyway, without further ado, because it's still cooking that VAE, we've also got Zenkai Prompt V3. Now, I haven't done an update to V2 because it's so good. This is all you really need. But V3 is an experiment. So what it does is it has a couple of new modes. So on none mode, it works like the V2 node. Alright? But if you put it on lines and then halves, it's quite interesting, right? So your prompt comes from a line. The seed determines which line the prompt it is. So the one that it's going to pull out, right? If you have it on lines, it's only going to use other lines from this file. Okay? And if you put it on halves, it'll do the first half of whatever the line was, and then the second half will come from another line. Okay? Yeah, it might need a second seed so that you can actually control it, but at the moment this is how it is. So it's like an experiment, okay? Prompt interpolation. So you're taking the first half from one line and then the second half from another line in the same file. Because you know it already, you choose a text file which is many lines. So, but it also has other modes, right? So you can do thirds, you can do quarters, you can do fifths, you can just do words. So like it'll just scatter it and just take a random word in sequence from every line. It's got a load of different patterns, okay? I would tend to use it on halves because it's probably the best way to blend prompts. You know, you're taking the first half and then the last half of two different lines. But if you put it on directory, it's going to take half a line from I don't know where, somewhere. It's going to take it from a line in a file in that folder now, you know? So it's just making it more chaotic, more chaos. I don't even know where the second half is going to... I don't even know. It probably doesn't even work. Oh, let's see that video then. I don't know. What do we think about this plasma noise? I mean, you could run that through VHS and it probably wouldn't look too bad. Put some flicker on there, get a bit of noise in. I'm going to save this one for future reference later. So that's come out of the plasma noise. It's got an interesting look to it. It's a little bit liquid around when she moves. It's a little bit, but it's good for 720p for 5 seconds of footage, and it is what it says on the tin. It followed the prompt really well. Just look at that prompt, everybody. That's what it is. I'd say that did a good. I'd say that figured out pretty good. So, like I said, all I've done, plasma noise into the VAE. Make it the same size as the video. Use it as the initial latent. Yeah? And this is with LTXV. I wouldn't be surprised if I can find somewhere to do the initial image or the initial latent or something like that. It might be possible to do the same with the old HUNYUAN, but we've got other things to check out with that. Right, we're free. So I've saved that for future reference. So here's the future reference. There she is. And then this is actually not, this is actually three-tone. Okay, so let's take it off. Let's do the whole 5 seconds. Oh, it's quick. This one's good. I know one of them is not good. Oh, that's not good. Can we change the threshold? Maybe this. Maybe it's the. That might be the high threshold. Oh. It's just all blue. I'm glad it's fast. Ah, there we go. Got it. Got it. Right, so now we've got an example. Okay, so this will just automate, like this is just image, video to video. So you've made your video, or you have a stream of images. You can do it in generation. All of these are just image batch in, image batch out. So I'm just showing, this is the most compact way to show what three-tone styler does. So I just want to show you what happens, because it's on complementary. What if I go for primaries? Yeah. What if I go for secondaries? So this is like post-processing node. Split complementary. Triadic. So the node is doing all of this for us. So if I put it back to complementary, but then I pick shadows, that means that my chosen color is the shadow. Okay. And then if I do highlights, my chosen color is the highlights. Okay. Now obviously normally you'd pick the midtones, so it's going to pick one above and one below in terms of where it should be on a color wheel. So obviously it depends what you put here, what you put in the base color, and then you choose the relationship and then the mapping of what, you know, and then that determines the other wheel positions for the three-tone. So there it is. Oh, I never turned off luminance. That's one thing I never tested. Because I've only had a brief play around with that. That's interesting. It made it all flat. So this would obviously be used for various effects. Various stylistic stylings. So there it is. Where's the next thing? Prompt dupe remover. So let's just do a couple more. I think you can't really see. So I'll stop there. Yeah. You can see it's removed a bunch of stuff. And it's just because I noticed that you're doubling up on words which you don't need to. So it's kind of like an average, but it actually isn't an average. It literally counts how many of a word there are, and when it finds 2, it deletes the second one until there's no more. It's like a string processing type thing. Because with all the automation, you might end up telling it to do it the same thing twice or saying the same thing twice, and you don't need to. So it keeps the attention cleaner. Alrighty, and like I said, I think I'll do a dupe whitelist. So if you do want to say skull 500 times in your prompt, you can. I think that's probably a good way to address that. Next, Zenkai prompt v3. So let's try it on interpolate directory, because I don't think I've... Oh. So it just literally there. It ends there. So that's from Black Sun, and sword solo dual wielding, that's from one of the assassins. That's really cool. Oh, it's on fixed, so yeah, okay. So if I said 2 and 2. So on the top, I've just got Zenkai prompt v2, and on the bottom, I've got Zenkai prompt v3, which has prompt interpolation across the whole directory for halves. So that means it's going to take the second half. There's a woman with a black outfit standing on top of a mountain. She has long dark hair and is holding a sword. Holding a sword with red hair. The sword has red hair. Yeah, so it chopped off the back end of this prompt and put the back end of something else on there. Like I said, it's an interesting little thing. If I go back to lines, so it's only going to be inside a prompt, we'll go to Gundam figure captions, and then I'll put it onto thirds and see what happens, because I never tested that. So it'll end up... Oh wait, I didn't change it. Hang on. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I've got to actually put Gundam figure in myself, and then say nothing else. There. So it should be, the prompt in the prompt list should be this, but on thirds it's now this. So I would put it through the prompt duper to clean out holding, just as a reference to the last, and holding weapon, holding. So it would just say gun, and then it would get rid of those two as well, because there's no need to... Do you see what I mean? It's like when you do automation, you end up getting like stuff gets through basically that makes no sense, and that's a nice way to clean it up. Anyway, I mean, hey, let's just do it now. So dupe. So if I went like this and then this, put that in there, for example, there, it cleans it up. Not the best prompt in the world, but you know, you're just chopping things up. Let's try quarters and see what happens there. That's pretty good actually, I'm not gonna lie, for like tagging. But what happens if you get like something more verbose? Do I have any like... Yeah, let's try that. Oh, we probably should put it onto this here as well, so you can see what's going on. Oh, that's just captions as well. He wasn't joking when he said light. Okay, right, so Snow Streets, DJZ's Snow Streets has reasonable... Okay, so what does it do? So it should be a parking lot filled with lots of snow next to a parking lot filled with lots of cars. And now it's... wait, it looks... A parking lot filled with lots of parked cars next road in the snow. You need to do a whitelist for things like the word to. Because like, it's okay to repeat certain words, but then I don't even think the tokenizer gives it, like, often it doesn't really... It depends which tokenizer. Well, anyway, it cleaned it up. It's just not really interpolating much. Go to prompt number 2, maybe? A man, okay. A man standing in the middle of the road and buildings on the side of road. when it should have been a snow-covered street at night with street lights on the side of the road. This actually ended up being a better prompt, using it on quarters. So it's taking a section of a different prompt each time. Like if you use this in randomized mode, I bet it's really good. Let me just ignore the top section for a minute. I just want to see what happens. I'm going to see what quality we're looking at here. A lot filled with lots of snow. Covered street next to the side. Parking lot filled with lots of road. Next snow covered park. Yeah, a lot of it's just like swill. A group of people standing outside building on both sides of the street. Yeah, it's kind of like robotic. Yeah. But I like that though. It's got an interesting way of treating the tokens. It's just chaotic. It's like if I sent you a file of 10 prompts and somehow 90% of it got lost, but you ended up getting one garbled prompt at the end. That's what this is. It's interpolating prompts in a list. And that can be used, because I was thinking, what's quicker than wildcards? And I thought, well, what if you filled lines with words that you wanted to go together, and then you put them into a list and had it just chop around and just randomly grab. So anyway, you end up with having to clean up the mess where it's grabbing the same word over and over again. But once you do that, you end up with something that's almost a prompt. It's quite strange. Alright, so anyway, that's the V3, which adds, like I said, interpolation options. You've got lines, directory, you can turn it off, and then you've got the different interpolation. So it's like I've divided the length by a number, because I don't know how long the prompt is. So we've just done it like that. Words, which should be just every word is randomly taken from a covered bus stop in the middle of a snow. Right. We've randomized it now, so I don't have anything to compare it with. Anyway, I think it works. So it's kind of like a scatter shot, you know. So interpolate your prompt lists with Zenkai Prompt V3 and get even more prompts out of the same number of prompts with like quantize your prompts. I don't know. It's not really quantization, but yeah, you can do conversion and you can skip around everything. So alright, that's that. And then obviously we've been having a lot of fun with our video I keep on forgetting what it's called now. So I've made so many nodes lately, I'm like intercleaved? No, it's interlaced. So you interlace the lines from different frames. I think that's why it's so fast. Okay? It's not actually having to make up anything. It's just stealing it from somewhere else. But you've got the interlacing. And I thought, well, how do you do that for a still image? Yeah? Because obviously we're like, haha, we can do 2x upscaling like almost real time with this. And so I thought, well, you know, why don't we just do an image version, right? So like I said, I was talking to Claude last night. I was like, hey, Claude, what do you reckon about doing it for one image, not a batch? And it was like, well, you need to steal the line from a different frame, so you can't really do that. So I was like, what about interleaving, which is basically the same thing, but for stills, okay? And I've got here a 4x upscale. Why is there a video there? It's a video with one frame on it. No hacks. It's just I'm lazy and didn't put an image loader in. So it's going to take frame 1 and we're going to upscale it doing the same trick. Okay? I think that makes sense. And to show what video it is, it's our man of the hour. So we're going to take frame 1 of this video and we're going to push it through image interleaved upscaler. These aren't in the pack yet, by the way. I'm literally showing them off live before we actually, you know, do all the good stuff. There it is. So if I now save that image, now I appreciate that I'm streaming on 1080p. So, oh damn it, it's saved as a, I'm an idiot. You've got to actually save it as a JPEG or whatever. Doi. Hadoi. Well, luckily it only took 2.2 seconds. So yeah, this might actually be the fastest 4x upscaler in the universe. Is it good? I don't know. This is only the first version, so I'm sure it can be much better. But if we take a little look-see here, it's now 5120 by 2880. Now, listen. It's all fun and games when you're making these nodes, right? And it does what it says on the tin. But does it? Is it really doing that? I don't know. All I know is it's fast. And sometimes I don't want to change the image, right? I don't want to change the image. I just want it to be bigger. And I appreciate you could probably just do that with like just a resize, you know what I mean? You could just do a resize image or any number of, oh look, there's so many of them, right? But it claims to do interleaved upscaling, right? So, and that's what I want it to do. If it doesn't do that, then, you know, I'll demand Claude give me my money back. You know what I'm saying? But it seems to do what it says. And I want to believe. So, yeah, so basically it's look, I'm being silly, all right, but this is essentially a 4x upscaler doing the 720p to 1080i trick, you know what I mean? So it's interleaving horizontal rows of pixels in between your actual, you know what I mean? So it's basically this. It's basically bilinear bicubic, you know what I mean? But it's trying to do the emulation of that old broadcast standard, and so it ends up producing its own look. And I think it combats the AI output. Like, there's something about AI output. I mean, this is a bit of a bad example because he's literally he's morphing his way through like a years of working on TV or something, you know what I mean? But there's something about the way the video looks when it comes out, which seems to be somewhat alleviated by these sorts of post-processing things. And like I said, it's nice to just have a quick, it's very quick. 2.6 seconds. I bet it's just the same. Let me just see. Should we put it to the test? Should we go into a resize and just do a 2x? And just see if the output is just the same, because I bet it is. Where are we? Image. And then what do we want the image to be? We want it to be, it was like 5,100 and something. Can't I just say times 2? I mean, I could do a bunch of math stuff, but that seems a little over the top. Can I say resize scale by 2? There we go. Oh, and it's by 4. Put a preview here, and we'll just see if they're the same. Whoa! Huh? Say what? It doesn't work? Got unknown keyword scale. Okay, that's weird. Upscale image by. How about that? That's weird. Upscale image by 4. There. That's the one I normally use. I'm sure that one will be alright. Yeah. Wait. Okay, it's not the same size, right? Okay. Looks the same. Well, I don't know. Is it identical in every way? There's a way to find out. You can do difference. Oh, Ryan on the inside has one. I used to use this one, but Ryan has one, so I'm going to give him a blast. Wait, what? Hang on. But wait, there's only one. Does it make... No, it doesn't. What? What? Computes the difference between consecutive images. Ah, so it wants to be put in as a batch. Okay. Put a preview there. Put a batch here. And we'll take mine. And then just a simple nearest. Wait, no, not nearest. By cubic. Yes. Wait, what? Ah, shit. Try it again. Huh? Oh. Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Damn. Probably because it's like, I haven't made this yet. Titus. What do we do? Save that. And put that there. And then save that. And put that there. One in. One in. Now what? Should be the same. But they're not. Wow, it added stats. That's really cool. So the interpolation does something. That's actually a pretty sweet image. I'm keeping that. Wait, there's two images? Hang on. Two of two. No, there isn't two images. That's cool. So that's the difference between the two images. So that means no, they're not the same. So it is doing something, and it looks like at the moment it's doing a little bit of highlighting. Which is interesting. I don't know. I was just curious, guys. I was just like, so I just wanted to kind of like back prove whether it was actually worth it, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, it's cool, but is it just this? You see what I mean? And no, it's not. It's doing more than that. And whatever you choose here will determine whatever that was. I wasn't even using the edge enhancement or anything. But yeah, like I said, it does work. It's doing something around the edges, some kind of good stuff. It might just be lighting, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I should probably like pull the frame out and do like a side by side. In fact, yeah, let's do that. So what is it I'm pulling? Frame 1. So we'll do select images. We will say image 1. And then we'll do the RG3 comparer. Okay, so we'll do that one. And then that one. Now, it's gonna be the wrong size though. So I need to get that node I just deleted again. Upscale by. Upscale by. Get in there. Like that, and do it up to 4 so it matches basically, because that's doing a 4x. Go. And it's like record time if it works. What did I break? Oh, because there's only one image coming out of there, you just need to do that. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Hang on, it just cheated me. So it's mine versus basic upscale. Yeah. So this one's mine, and then just a basic upscale is the wipe. Interestingly, it's blurrier. Look at that. Mine is blurrier, I think. You can kind of see the lines. Yeah, you can. You can. Yeah. You can see the lines. See, I'm trying to look for the lines right now, and you can see them there. The fake lines that come in between each line, and how it actually affects the image is right there. I wonder what would happen if we put DJPEG immediately after this, because I have another one. But that doesn't. But that's not. Damn! I just realised that's not for stills yet. We're doing images right now, not video. But yeah, you can actually see what it's done there. So I wonder what would happen if we chose a different interpolation mode real quick. Go with either bilinear or nearest. I'll try nearest first and see how that looks. It's not as bad. So that's mine, and that's the original. That's way better. I suppose it depends what aesthetic you're actually looking for. But I feel like this is truer to what it was. There's very little distortion in it. It just is what it was. Right down to the pixel textures. That's really good. It's like a little bit, it's moved a little bit, I'll grant you. But that's just a uniform, oh, I think I can see a tile edge there. That's not great. Yeah, it's a different tile edge. But then again, there's a tile edge in mine. So there's a tile edge in both of them, so you can't really say that's me. It might be the original image has a tile in it, you know? And then the other one is to try bilinear. But I think that nearest is going to be the best one, to be honest. Yeah, this is way pixel. Look at the pixelization. I didn't ask for sprites. Way, that's so super cooked pixelization. But again, it's a look. If that's what you're looking for, this is where you're going to get it. Look at that. There's something about it. Okay, so yeah, it looks like nearest is the best setting. I haven't tried edge enhancement, so I'm going to try edge enhancement. I don't know how field strength is supposed to work either, because that used to be the temporal for where it was looking backwards and forwards in time, so we might have to look at the documentation for this one. But yeah, I've basically set this up like a test probe. So the original image is my upscale, and we're comparing it with just a normal nearest exact times 4. Because it's so quick, you can't even really tell which one is. But the first image, this image here that we're looking at now, that's the result of mine, and then this is the 4x. Now, I'm not claiming it's going to be better or worse or anything like that. That's not the point. I'm trying to learn what it's doing on the different settings. You can really see in this one, you can actually, I think the tiling gets more visible up there in the hair. On his face there, you can really see it. But then again, if I was looking at the image zoomed right in, I probably would see it. If you look at it like this, you can barely tell. I think this looks better. It's quite a big difference in his eye. Mad distortion. Okay. But anyway, it is what it is. You know? It is the interleaved upscaler. It's designed for giving you a quick upscale. It's not supposed to change your image, but I bet it does. You know, that's what we've been looking at. I wonder, you know, what is it actually changing and stuff. It's just an image version of the video stuff that we've been looking at lately. So that's what that is. Okay, now this one, I'm not sure if it actually works properly yet. Basically, it's a data mosh node with a mask input, but I used Inspire MBG to mask out the car, and I don't know what I did. This is why there's loads of probes everywhere. I don't know what I actually did, because it seems like the end video is just unaltered. So I'm not quite sure what I've done there. Like maybe I was supposed to put I don't know, because when you invert the mask it doesn't make any difference. So I think I've just I think I actually just broke something. To be honest, I'm not sure if I broke the node, because it was working great. It was working great, and then I wanted to see what I was doing, and then it stopped working. Because I've got a mask for the car. And I put that mask inverted in here, so it should be everything but the car. I don't know, I think I just got really confused with how I was using the node. But basically it just doesn't seem to do this anymore, which is weird. So it's sort of like it's not glitching. I'm not sure why. That should be the layer image, and this should be the background image. Maybe it's that, but then I thought you could just turn that around. Doesn't seem to make any difference. It just seems to be the original video, and it's not. You know what I mean? So I don't know what I've done here. Basically, I've done something. I don't know what I did. Ah, there we go. It's working. Maybe it's like Comfy Cache where I didn't change the thing proper. But yeah, I wanted to only glitch the car, yeah? Which is what it's doing. Finally! So basically, you use Inspire MBG to isolate the car, pass the mask into the glitch tool, right? V8, which is got mask, right? And then I didn't need this. And then I do the layer image blend, and it's basically the reason it wasn't working is because I had layer image and background image the wrong way round. Come on, boys. Okay, so then we obviously take the mask from Inspire MBG, and there it is. So then you can mask out the subject and glitch it. So in this case I put the angle of the rotation to the right. So I'll just save that. So masked data moshing. So it's only data moshing the car. Now, if I was to swap this around, it should only glitch the video and not the car, which is like a twofer, because basically it's the same thing, just one button. Okay. I prefer the glitched car with the realistic world, but it's up to you which one you want. You get both. So, yeah, I can save this. Where is it? I need to get the thing. I need to save the workflow. We do it in order, you know? Yeah. Always on my case. Windows. V8. See, when did I do... I don't remember doing it before. There it is. I probably changed it. Let's go to there and we'll change this one. That's the real number one. And then I just need to put it in here somewhere. Probably do both of these. Okay. Okay, this is good. What's next? Right. Okay. Oh man, every now and then I have something that works, but man is it slow. The reason it's just jumping like this is because it took forever to do a 16-bit clamp. This is 3 frames for 4 frames. Man, it's 3 frames. It took forever. I'm going to put it to 1 frame but the thing is, it's just so slow. I'm going to put it on 8-bit and I'm going to try ordered instead of Floyd Steinberg. I don't know what it is that it might just be slow. It might be because I picked Floyd Steinberg. I don't know. Now that was fast. So maybe it was the Floyd Steinberg. But yeah, it's, you know, 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit. So I reckon this one could actually go the distance. Let's give it a blast. That was fast. 8-bit ordered RGB. Let's go for it. Oh, that was fast. Yeah. Dot matrix style. This is nice. Let's scale that up. Okay, so what we've got is we've got the dithering, the color space, and the bit depth. So is it the 16 depth that made it slow? Let me just be safe here. Looks like it might be the Floyd Steinberg. That might be the problem. Let's try it with ordered RGB. That looks pretty good. Interesting. 64. 128. And obviously you could say no dithering. It's going to look like this. Let's take the thing off. That was quick. I should get some color spots on here and like a crosshair. Like a test card. Right. YUV. Ooh. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Take me back. Take me back. It went into the back rooms. Okay. So let's just go 8. Oh yeah, glorious. This is what I wanted. So I think that you've just got to be careful with that Floyd Steinberg. I think that this is nightmarishly slow. Let me just check. Oh, yeah, it's the Floyd Steinberg. It's nightmarishly slow. So hang on, let me just see. Clamping with Floyd Steinberg dithering. I don't know what that is, but it seems to be computationally intensive. to the point where I might just remove it, because it's like everything in it is really fast, but then if you click on this, it's almost like it just gets stuck. Like one frame will take so long. Because I did a bunch earlier. Where are they? There now, these are fine. See, the rest of them are fine. So yeah, I think maybe Floyd Steinberg is getting kicked out because it's just so slow. It's unreal. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go make a coffee while I wait, you know. Hang on, let me just see. Is there another node which I haven't looked at yet? Nope, that's the end of the custom node section. So yeah, coffee time. While the coffee machine is running, let me check the comments. I think I saw a dupe remover in a set or two before. Interesting. Maybe I just don't have that pack. Code Monkey Virus says, have we figured out a way to generate more consistent animation like IP adapter, etc.? Yeah, we might be looking at something like that later if it works actually. Lucas says, Plasma noise node, widget info input from get image size node. Oh, so you want to automate it? Yeah, that could work. Warning, Floyd Steinberg algorithm dithering is very slow. Don't pick it. don't pick it. Someone should, we should get a t-shirt. I use Floyd Steinberg, because it's like, you know, slow. It's the slow one. It's just an in joke. Look at that, 182 seconds for one frame. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't look bad. It does look pretty cool. Do you see that? It looks kind of like how money is done. Do you know what I mean? It kind of has this weird, the way the dots are, it's not like normal. It looks almost spatially aware. Oh, you made your own node, have you? Lucas said for automation. Throttle Mouth is here, and waving, so is Electro Lab. Throttle Mouth said wicked. Electro Lab said, do you want to test a frame shuffle node I made for video? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I saw the code that you dropped, so it's just a question of weaving it into my meandering. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get through the updates of stuff that I just put out onto the nodes pack, and I got to finish got to do all the update stuff. But yeah, Floyd Steinberg's super slow. Yeah. Lucas has a little turtle emoji. But yeah, for sure, Electrolab, we can work it in somehow. It is the slowest, but it is the prettiest. I'd have to say this has the best look to it out of all of them. I don't know how it would look in video. It looks like it's going to have some weird... I don't know if we really need it. But yeah, ordered is much better if you want to do dithering. If you don't, you can just say none. You know, and then it's super fast. There you go, done. Oh wait, that was just one frame, but yeah, sure. I could do all the frames. 73 frames in 1.4 seconds. Straight into 8-bit, baby. But yeah, like I said, we've looked at a bunch of cool new nodes. So I just need to make sure that I've put the example workflows up, and then do the documentation real quick. So curvature, I'm gonna set. So yeah, this is basically this is the deal until I have a different hat on and we're doing something else. This is the deal. So what do we got? We got 6 new nodes. So we had video bit clamp. See, I thought video bit clamp was a disaster because I was testing it on the slow setting and going, oh no, it's really slow. This is terrible. And then I was like, oh wait, actually it's just that one mode. It's fine. It's actually light speed like the rest of the stuff. It's fine. So we'll do video bit clamp first, then we'll do 3-tone styler and so on. And then I can update the documents and push an update for the notepad. But there's a bunch of stuff we need to look at tonight. We've already kind of looked at one thing. But this HUNYUAN LOOM thing looks pretty interesting because it looks like the thing that everyone's been looking for. The trouble is, when I tried it earlier, it kind of crashed on me. I'm not really sure why, so I've got to take a little bit of time and snoop it. Might do it on the stream, we'll see. Okay. So now I've got another one called 3-tone styler. I think 3-tone styler is pretty good because you can do all kinds of stuff with that and some masks. What were the names of the other new nodes that got made today? So we had 3-tone styler, prompt dupe remover, video bit clamp I've done. So I guess prompt dupe remover next. Oh no. Oh no. He read the file and he created a new thing. Wait, what? Oh, he didn't do it because he ran out of things. So I gotta tell him to do it as a brand new thing. Oh yeah, I think I might be able to use ChatGPT because of some support I've had recently. So let me just see. 3-tone styler. I haven't tried it out. So I might be able to like do a little code off. We'll see. I'm not sure. Depends. I haven't have enough tokens for the other one. But get something built with something else. We're always using Claude, and I think Claude is the best. But it'd be interesting to see, because I've said this before. Sometimes you don't need a jet engine on your shopping trolley. Sometimes you only needed a little strimmer engine. You know, a little one basically to get what we're, you know, does it really need all that power to do what we're doing with it? I don't know. Like, does it scale? You know what I mean? So like you give it a little task, it doesn't need like the power, it doesn't need like super IQ to do a simple task, right? So it's like, I don't know, it's the argument for tiny LLMs, or what do they call them, TLMs? They've probably got small, small language models. They'll probably come up with like nano language model because it's cooler, it's smaller. So we got 3-tone styler done anyway. So what's the next one I want to do? Prompt tube remover. Yes. I was thinking as well, like, there's a lot of nodes. I don't know what the best way to explain this in video form is. I used to do a video about each node, but I've since changed things somewhat. Prompt dupe remover.py, is that what it's called? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep my documentation up to date, guys. It won't take long. I've just got to prompt Claude to tell me what I have. He wrote it after all. I'm like, hey, you got to give me documentation, man. I don't know what you did. Zenkai prompt v3. But it is quite fun. Like I said, I wonder if other LLMs are able to do so well. Okay. DJZ Datamosh V8. So it did work. I just had the outputs the wrong way round. I bet everyone's going to do that. I did it, so I bet everyone will do it. That's my logic. DJZ Datamosh V8. That's what it's called. A way to mask the Datamosh. So what do we got here? We got Datamosh V8. Was image interleaved upscale. Prompt dupe remover. Zenkai V3 interpolation. 3-tone styler. And bit clamp. Where's bit clamp? Where's bit clamp? Ah, maybe I didn't save it because I wasn't sure it works yet. Yep. So it does work. You've just got to be careful with the dithering. Otherwise you'll be dithering. It's funny though, because sometimes you get a video that looks like crazy and it's like, probably because it was trying to do this. I don't know. Okay, where are we? I get lost. No, not there. Here. 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 I need to upload the workflow for the bit clamp. Okay, cool. So, bit clamp and image the interleaved upscaler needs documentation. Give me that. And it's called what? Video bit clamp. Yeah, that's the next one. There it is. Go, go, go. Neural Nightclub. It'd be nice to have a node to randomly pick a Datamosh version and its parameters. Yeah, you got a good point there, you know, because I was wondering about making another version of Datamosh which has, you know, because there's only really a couple of modes missing from having it all in one node. But sometimes I think, you know, the ability to be able to chain them when you combine it with batch thief, batch swap and batch insert, you've got a lot of ability for making a crazy convolution effect by like having them all trigger off each other. And because I did actually make something that does not randomly. But I think it does actually have a random mode. Let me just check something, because if you have... first you'd have to parameterize it. Where is it? Go here. No. Here. So I got something called sequential number generator. Yeah. And essentially what it does is it makes, so if you go like that, it'll go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then you pair it up with an inverted or inverse, was it inversed switch, and then you have different effects. And depending on whether this is 1, 2, 3 or 4, the value goes into there. And so then you can have 4 presets that come out of here. And then you can have randomized values, I guess. Because obviously you just do a seed. But the reason I like this is because I would have it on increment mode. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. But I guess what you could have done is you could have had 1 to 6 and randomized, and then it's a bit like a 6-sided dice roll, and you could have that plugged into all kinds of stuff. Oh, is it this, is it that? You could do other clamps to figure out what that value might be, or generate other values. There's a lot of stuff you can do, but it's gonna every time you do a job, it's obviously going to have a different number, which you can use to drive stuff. I haven't done a lot of stuff like that. I've only done like one thing. There's an example in the DataMosh folder that has sequential number. But yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Have a node that randomly picks a DataMosh version and its parameters. Yeah, this is kind of what I did, but it's a little bit laborious. So having a single node that just does that would be a cool idea. I wonder if there's a way to do it. A randomizer node for any node parameters. Well, that kind of does have that thing I just showed does have a randomization feature, and you can choose like what number it's going to be and how that behaves and stuff. I'm sure there's more we could do with that though. So let's see. I've done the bit clamp. I get sidetracked, guys, but I appreciate it. Yeah, okay, cool, makes sense. I'll give it a try. Yeah, let us know. If you have a look in the workflows folder, if you go into examples, not in the data oh wait. Yeah, sequential selection. There is an example right there which has what I was just talking about. So hopefully that should work. So I need to do another one of these. I've just done the DJZ DataMosh. No, I did video bit clamp. So now I need to do image interleaved upscaler. There we go. Oh, video bit clamp. Oh. Error diffusion dithering. I mean, yeah, but it took so long. I was wondering if there might be like a reduced precision mode for that style. It's like, why is it so slow? One frame took like 200 seconds or 300 seconds or something ridiculous. I was like, that was just one frame, and it was just adding noise. It's like luxury VIP gold tier noise. It takes so long. It must be good, right? Ooh, for artistic effects. For artistic effects, turn on Floyd dithering. You're just there waiting for the answer for ages. Okay, cool, it's done. So that means I now need to update my index. So here it is, the index update prompt. If you've been here before, you've seen it before. So yeah, just so you know, it's an open prompt that explains the pattern of the MD file and index. Don't remove anything. Insert the new one where it should be in alphabetical order. Here's the document here. So it's going to go ahead and start changing it. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff. Six new nodes. Because I want to get them out. They're on my desk. And we've got examples for all 6 of them. So while it's figuring out how it's going to rate limit itself next. Oh wait, no faith. It actually did finish this time. So sometimes it kind of fails to do the last bit, which is kind of funny because it's like, this is kind of like, in conclusion, this is what I've done. So he's already actually done the work, and then he wants to give you a report. And a lot of the time, the report is what gets the rate limited, not the work, which is kind of ironic. I don't know if that's a design thing. I don't know if that's a choice. Whatever the case. So I wonder why there's no example for load latent v2. Probably because it's complicated. So image interleaved upscaler. So I just tried to make it. I think it does actually work with a batch. I'm not sure. But I tried to make it so that it's for one image. That's what I tried to do. Okay. It's just the way that Comfy is. You can probably push multiple images through it. But, you know. Because it's just a batch. It still has a batch count, is what I'm saying. Anyway, it's just one. You know, it doesn't like say, oh, you tried to put more than one in, I'm not going to work. It still works. But the intention. There's a video version, so I would say use the video version if you want to do video, and obviously split it up into manageable chunks. As with everything in Comfy. Okay, so we've done that one. Data moshing, image interleave. So prompt dupe. Where is it? Prompt deduplicator. That's a fun one. If I can find it. Prompt dedupe. Is it up here somewhere? It's been really weird with the ordering lately. Here we go. Prompt dedupe. It's probably because I put a capital letter, isn't it? I bet that's what it is. Prompt dedupe remover, or prompt dupe remover. See, I was going to call it prompt deduper, and I was like, it doesn't work, so I had to call it prompt dupe remover, and now I keep calling it weird stuff because they were like work in progress names. But yeah, dupe remover, so it gets rid of duplicate words. That's it. Three-tone styler. Three-tone styler. Where is the three-tone styler? There it is. We've already made it. Whoa! Cancel. Don't be doing silly stuff. Video bit clamp. Video bit clamp, but that's my favourite one. Well, it was for a while when it was taking like 3 hours. I was like, why is this taking so long? And then I realised I had it on Floyd Steinberg. So where's Zenkai? There it is, Zenkai V3. It's got a capitalisation. Alright, so I think I got them all. Put it in there. Yes. Okay. That looks good to me. So I guess all that's left is to update the README. Hopefully it took me long enough that my cooldown has ended. because he does get a bit funny about this job. It's quite a big job. But I've updated all of the examples to all of the new MD files. And then we should be able to just do a big update and push all the new nodes. So many nodes. Just added a couple of things. There's probably no need to check all of that stuff, but hey. He's probably hallucinated all of the links into the oblivion by now. What? Why have you keep... There's not 100 nodes in there, Claude. He keeps trying to tell me there's 100 nodes in here. There's not. Don't... I'm going to check. Go from there to there. There's 76. Right? Over 75. Not 100. I don't know what he's counting to make, unless there's like nodes in subfolders that I've forgotten about, which I don't think there are. That's all the Python files. So I don't know. Maybe he's counting some of these as, you know, even though they're not actually uploaded. Could it be? Maybe he's counting the batch files as well. They're not actually custom notes, you know what I mean? Maybe he's counting the number of files less the MD files. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not able to count, so yeah, you've got to watch him. He does weird stuff. Trying to tell me I made 100 nodes when I haven't. I actually believed him the first time because I hadn't counted for a while, and then I counted and went, ew, telling me lies. Okay, so that's updated. Now we can push it to the GitHub. So here we go. Cool, that's a lot. That's a big update. So basically everything from sort of everything from 10 to 4 onwards, pretty much. That's a big commit. But we've got to do all the stuff, right? Should be all functioning. Because like I said, all of these nodes are like independent. They don't rely on each other. They only rely on the init file, really, I guess. That's the only thing they need. And then what we've tried to do, if I put it on name, is every node has an MD file. So when you're on the main page, there's a detailed nodes documentation, and there's an index of every single node, how it works with an example workflow. I think there's a couple that don't have an example workflow, maybe like 3 that are missing, but I know which ones they are. I made Fisheye. I think that might already be up here. Let me check. Yeah, Fisheye is already up here. Yeah, Fisheye is already up. Let me check. Let me check, because I think that looking at that list I was looking at, that was yesterday at 10 to 10. Classic film effect went up. So I believe classic film effect is already here. Yeah, it's right there. So it's good. It's good. We're up to date. We are up to date, and I bet when I try to update mine, it's actually going to go nuts. It's going to say, you need to delete loads of stuff, because I've obviously, you know, in developing, I've like added a lot of stuff. And so, yeah, it wouldn't do the update because I already have the file. So it tells you to delete it, basically. But it's getting to the point now where this actually isn't sufficient, because at first it was like just having a list of everything, but now this is like not the workflows. I just updated the README for the workflows as well, so it's a little bit better. But it still needs work. And for the nodes, I mean, this isn't bad, but what I think it is when you go into detailed nodes documentation, I think there should be an image of the node. I don't know if it's worth doing or not, because the other thing I thought of was to go to the website and actually make a new page for Comfy Nodes, right? Like nodes at the top, and then that would take you, because if I go ComfyUI, it takes you to here right now, where I put up like links to Civet, and this is ancient. This needs updating. Okay, like I could probably keep it, but just put in another row of 8 on top that are all newer, because this is ancient now. There's not even any mention of Flux here. Look, I'm still using Hypersoup here with SDXL. Not bad. I'm just saying, like, this all needs updating. So I was thinking I could make a new section for the main website, which has like a breakdown of, you know, I wouldn't do like a video on every node, but I might make a video with every node. Well, if that makes sense. Or an example, you know. So it's sort of like, you know, at the top I could say this is the example image, this is the example video, and then if it's an image process or a video process, I could show the results of putting that through it on defaults. So you know, because at the moment it's sort of like, oh well, you know, this is all very well and good, but it's not clear like what, well, you could probably guess, but some of it's not obvious. Like definitely for the data mosh stuff, it's not obvious what comes, like what's the difference between them at a glance, and I think that I could do better. So I think maybe a screenshot of the node next to an output might be a good idea. That might be fresh. Let's have a look at what people are asking real quick. Oh yeah, someone liked this. Who's like an AI researcher from some big company in Japan. What was it? Anyway. Alright, interesting. I don't want to guess because I can't remember. I can't see it. Right. So where was I? I was looking at examples and I was looking at the nodes index. So if I come back up to the main level, this should now be up to date. So that means all the nodes that we've been looking at tonight should be up. You should be able to do a git pull and start using those nodes now. Just be careful not to choose Floyd Steinberg because it's so slow. My God. Okay. It's going to be coffee time again soon. Oh yeah, there's that fisheye lens effect that you were just talking about. I think it's going to be really good for music videos, but It's probably, you probably just want a wide angle fisheye, you know. This is probably a bit too strong. But hey, you know, it's supposed to be a special effect, right? So it is what it is. What's this? Film grain effect, classic. What's this? Elden Ring. I don't even know what all this is. Random YouTube tabs. So plasma noise is something I want to look at. We've looked at the 3-tone styler. We've looked at prompt dupe remover. We've looked at Zenkai Prompt v3. We've looked at the interleaved upscaler. Okay. We've looked at masked data moshing. Okay, which I think is pretty interesting, to be honest. Has a lot of potential, because you're literally only data moshing the masked area, or if you invert it, everything but the masked area. So all of these went up as examples in the workflow pack on my GitHub. They're all in the examples section. Okay. Where's this? It's up here. Right, now this is something that I think broke, because I tried to load it and it didn't work. So we'll put it on that one. So that's what we got rocking. Okay. And it's doing a bunch of stuff. So let's just get a car. Say a car is drifting. How about that? A hippo walking across concrete. A jet fighter flying above the ocean. I don't know. I'm just going to put that in as both. It's probably not what you're supposed to do. I'll say spaceship. That's different, right? Spaceship. It's totally two different things, guys. I just want to see it actually load, because it didn't load last time I ran this. But this is Flow Edit. It's in the HUNYUAN LOOM Git. I shared it last night late. I was like going to bed. I'd already done all of my clouding for one night. I was bleary-eyed. I was like, oh. And then this popped up on my phone, because my phone's set up to do stuff like that. Evilly pop up with new GitHub projects at like gone midnight. But yeah, basically ComfyUI HUNYUAN LOOM. Essentially what it should do is use ControlNet, but I think it's meant for people, so I'm not sure if it's going to work with a car, which is why I'm trying it with a car. But really it's like people walking around on the screen, you can transform them into stuff. It's that kind of thing. So I'm trying to get to grips with it. But I think it's just taking a long time to load this model for some reason, which is weird and scary, because that's my least favorite bug in Comfy. Oh, okay, all right, it's fine. Don't worry about that, mate. Don't you worry about that. We'll get our clips from here. So actually, it's doing okay. So it might just run. Okay, let me just take a look at comments. Electrolab, neat thought. I will test it for sure. You made fisheye too, I recall. Coco Sloan says best video upscale workflow. I'm upscaling 928 512 to 1080p, please. You know what the answer is. You know what the answer is, Coco. Why upscale with AI, which takes 500 to 2,000 seconds, when you can just use my see, not interpolation, interlacing. Use V2. Use video interlaced upscaler V2. You don't have to have 1280 by 720 to use it. It's just that's the target to double to, yeah. So here, just pass your images through this and select 2 or even 4x. I'm not gonna, it won't make it look better, but it will upscale the video. So that's what I would do. Lucas is pointing up. Yeah, sure, I didn't see it for a while. Sorry, guys. Oh! Oh! It looks like it's trying to do stuff. Ooh. Okay, well... as a guy that's been looking at special effects, you know, that go off of frames like that, I mean, HUNYUAN made this, okay? HUNYUAN made this. So, this is a bit weird, like, what? I mean, look, I know I said a jet fighter and a spaceship. I know. Over the ocean, I guess. Maybe that's what messed it up. Let's try something a little bit better, yeah? White Nissan at the race track. Okay, and then maybe we'll do a white Toyota. I don't know. I just want to see how, if I don't like try to make it change everything, will it come out that bad again? Or it could be the settings I need to change. It has drift steps now, which is interesting to me. So it says it's going to take 1 minute 18. All I did was change the prompt, and now it says it's going to take more than 2 minutes. So I don't know if it's lying. Is it lies? Yeah, but the short answer is when you're upscaling video, it's going to take time if you want it to get better. Like, there'll be a processing time per frame, not, you know, yeah, it's seconds per frame, not frames per second, put it that way. Which is like kind of annoying, because you're like, oh, but that's because you're doing full image processing on every frame. Yeah, and there's a lot of frames. So, you know, like if it took you, let's say it took you 20 seconds per frame. You see what I mean? It's still pretty quick. Upscaling in 20 seconds is still pretty quick for an image, if you're talking about high quality. Yeah, Fisheye Node V2. Thanks for reminding me, Electro. Fisheye V2 lens in millimeters. Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, it's still pretty furious, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't dislike this, but it's not very good. There must be something else that we're missing. Maybe it needs more frames to work properly. But I get the feeling that we're gonna if we try to do too many frames. Typically I can only get like 3 seconds out of this, usually. So I think 2 seconds should be enough to evaluate. But it's interesting. I just don't see. Maybe we pick something that isn't a car. Okay. A bold man is talking. And then I'll say, I don't know, what do we say here? The Terminator is in a room. Try something completely different here. I'm being a bit, because at the moment it's not producing good image. So I wonder if we need to mess around with something. Because this is like a furious mess. And it's glitching out my machine, I don't know why. It's probably just thinking about it really hard. So the last one ended up taking 1 minute 46. So it's the estimation isn't very good. It'll come down some. But thanks for all the ideas, guys. Keep them coming. Oh, we forgot one. Jitter. The jitter node. It makes you wonder, what do we got in the way of GitHub special effects video Python? Let's have a look. PyFX. That's one. Using Pillow and Podray to do special effects. A machine learning based super resolution and frame interpolation.
You're listening to FightBelow5.uk radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the
Title insertions. Right, let's have a look at this. PyFX. Import PyFX. And that's it. That's all it has. Effect. Sprite. Background. Particle. Processor. Huh. Huh. I have no idea what they're trying to do, but adding visual effects to video streams built on these libraries. Pans left to right. Adds camera shake. Well, that's crazy. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it has potential. Python POV. What does that do? POV Ray. Docker container. I don't know what that is. Video 2x. Complete rewrite. Machine learning based lossless video super resolution framework. Wow, this is pretty developed. There you are. Packages. It's not bad. It's not bad. Real Kugan, real ESRGAN. And it's written in C. That's crazy. Frame interpolation. Rife. Anyway, enough lollygagging. Did it work? No. No, it did not, sir. No, it did not. Now, am I missing something important? Am I missing something important? Let's have a look. Because he's not doing anything. So there are other examples, so I don't have to just use this workflow either. Okay. I wonder if it might be... Yeah, exactly. He does look like he's tweaking, yeah. I mean, I only took 49 frames, but that doesn't explain why it's doing that. It should have 2 seconds of video, so something... He's turning into the Terminator, I guess, but just badly. Yeah, something's not working right. Which is strange. I was hoping this would be good, but at the moment it's not working like I thought it would. Maybe there's just some settings that need to change. I mean, I'm tempted just to take this off because it's not even like a long video. And we are making it quite small, so let's just give it a blast. Why not? That was quick. Is it on same seed somewhere? There is no seed. Noise is disabled. Well, that's no better. Source condition, target condition. So a bald man is talking, the Terminator's in a room. I think that was too much. I'm just going to say, a robot. But here's the thing, it's not actually doing the full number of frames. So, is there like a length? There's no length I have to pick anywhere. In here it said, skip steps. See, I thought that wasn't... I didn't think that was frames. You know? I thought that was literal steps. There's nothing controlling them from drifting away. Yeah. I can relate. But what I'm trying to say is, this isn't... Change the seed to 1 maybe. give it another blast. At least it's fast. Yeah, see, the trouble is it's just the same guy and it's bad. So yeah, there must be some kind of method to getting whatever this is to do something. What I do want to do is I want to go back and just pick a different one of their examples. Wrapper example. Right, I might be looking at the wrong example. That might be key. Let's try it. So apparently this one is newer by a couple of weeks. This does instantly look like it's actually going to work, but video BF16 HUNYUAN video, there it is, and then yeah, it's a drift car. Oh my gosh. A parrot flapping or a helicopter. Well, that's going to be useless for that then, isn't it? Try that one on for size with your helicopter. Everything else looks alright though. Let's give it a go. It didn't crash, that's a good sign. I'm going to make a coffee. Take this opportunity to boil some water. Water. Like, oh, people trying to get hold of me. Let's have a look. He tried interlace node, but it's not what he needs for his final video. Ah, well. I mean, you could always try 4x upscaler, you know. Maybe that would help, but to be honest, I tend to do things by flux upscaling with tiling. Sometimes it's a bit quicker and a little bit nicer quality, but you've got to get the tiling right. Where's that coffee? Is it trying to cheat death? Yeah, it is. Look, it's loading checkpoint shards. God knows how long that takes. We'll get there, we'll get there, or we'll figure out it doesn't work. I'm sure it does work, because people have showed it working and it looked great. Obviously, I'm not giving it very good. Oh, it just crashed. Okay. Well, that's a thing that just happened. That's better. Where are we at? Drinking coffee. Shards are never a good sign. It was trying to cheat death. I told you guys what it was doing. But nobody can cheat death. Not really. Well, I mean, look. This is new. So what is this? Why not just do that? If you were really like, oh, I want to keep it neat, then you could have done that. Is input video used anywhere else? No. So it's like, I don't know. I've just been thinking, like, you know, often that stuff is used like in strange ways. Anyway, it's just another notepad you're making people download. Does it work though? That's what I want to see. I want to see this work though. Just any output is good at this stage, at this juncture. It's doing checkpoint shards on the Lava Llama 3B, 3.8B text encoder. So it's just loading. Wait a minute. Why is my clip? Why was that disabled? Was there a reason this was disabled? Oh yeah, there is, because it's loading clip L from here. Okay. I don't think that really makes any difference which way round you do that. Maybe one of them's more efficient. I don't know. I've got both, so it's just the Lava Llama. It's not the safe tensors. Haven't I got? Hang on. Well, it won't matter, will it? Because text encoder is green. Did it just crash again? If it does, I'll just move on to something else, because clearly it's a work in progress. Yep, it died. Look at that. Nothing kills Comfy quite like cutting edge software. Yeah, so we're just going to move on to something else. I think it just doesn't really work yet. That's okay though, because generally we're trying out stuff that's like brand new. Let me just see, when was the last time this got an update? Oh, it was like last month. This isn't being actively developed then. What a shame. I wonder why mine isn't working. That's really strange. Oh well. Oh well. That's what I'm here to do. Test it out and see. I don't believe I was doing anything. Ah! It had Sage Attention. It had Sage Attention attached. I don't have Sage Attention. Do you know what's funny? I saw a post the other day. Someone couldn't make something work because they did have Sage Attention and it wouldn't allow them to run something else. And I was like, man, that Sage Attention, man. It's like a strange thing. It's a strange thing. So I'm going to put it on Comfy and we're going to try the same thing again, which usually would make you mad. But in our case, it ain't all that. So yeah, what I think might have been happening is that it was trying to run Sage Attention and then just crashing Comfy because, haha, what do you expect? It's Sage Attention, ladies and gents. I don't even have it. So it might be something else entirely, but I'm willing to try it one more time. Okay, so we may as well do a little roundup. So, what did we do? We brought out a whole bunch of new nodes. So, let's write it up. Let's write it up. Don't need to add here. Right. So, update. DJZ nodes. And there's going to be 2 things and a description.
UK radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the last few weeks. Thanks for listening. You can check them all out.
And now I've got to remember what they all were. And there's 6 of them today. Oh.
Go over to 5below5.uk. Check out our YouTube tutorials as well.
Oh man, this is going to be fun. So like, what did I have? I had, okay, so I had there we go. So 3 tone styler, which is video. Well, I don't need to say that. So it probably works with a single image anyway. I haven't tried it. So 3 tone styler and then a thing, and then it'd be like converts your images into 3 tone style. It's pretty simple. What the heck? What? Oh, what was that? And then it crashed Comfy again. I'm going to do something else. Whatever that is seems pretty cursed to me. And do you know what? Hang on. Kill that. I got a better idea. Let's do one better. Let's delete that. I'll reinstall it if I have to. Seems cursed. If it seems cursed, it seems cursed. I'm going to delete that. Yes. Okay. Now we can restart Comfy again. Because I tell you what, last thing I need is some cursed broken node that isn't even maintained or in the window or in the manager. It's not in the manager either. So anyway, we tried it out. It didn't work. Maybe it'll work for you guys. I don't know, but I'm deleting it. Okay. So where were we? We were in here and we were looking at all these new nodes. Oi! Oi! It's stolen my focus. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. It still won't let me click in here for some reason. Oh, is it crashed Discord? Oh, that's glorious. Okay, right, well, screw that then. I'll wait for it to wake up. It's completely messed up, Discord. So everything I was writing is basically a waste. It's a waste. It's all a waste now. Thanks for that. Okay, get rid of that. Now every workflow is that broken workflow. Okay, let's get to something fun. So, I wanted to look at this here, this HUNYUAN with plasma noise. Oh, Coco, you poor man. You just said, wasted 3 hours today trying to make Triton work in Windows. Changed CUDA toolkit, many versions, nothing worked. Yeah, I know. See, I've got it, but I don't want it. If that makes sense. I've got it, but I don't want it because it's like, the thing is that I could test something and it works, and then someone that doesn't have it will come along and try it, and then they'll have all kinds of trouble trying to get that installed. And that's kind of why I don't believe in it, if that makes sense. It's kind of a developer thing, if you ask me. Unless they bring out a more user-friendly way of installing it. Triton's like Sage to me, in a way. I mean, you should just be able to install it, but... yeah, I feel for you, Coco. So yeah, what we're going to try doing is we're going to try generating some cars, because the cars don't look good in LTX. Dialogue close-ups look good. I wonder. Let's try movement sequences. Yeah. Lucas says, got it but don't want it. Literal definition of a Python STD. I mean, this wasn't too bad. I'm going to save that video again because we might have some fun with this in another tab. See, look, every single tab has become this now. Okay, that one's back to normal. So this is LTX as well. This is the same workflow. So this is LTX. Okay, cool. So that means I could actually try something more adventurous on this side. Where are we? I want to get not newscasters. That's my latest project. Where's all the drift cars? They should be in here. Am I blind? I must be blind. Why can't I see the drift stuff? Ah, there it is. HUNYUAN video, daytime 2, drift 2. I'll go with that one. So this is using the normal normal VAE, normal model, no GJAF here. Would be worth looking to see if that works. But I'm using LTX video nodes because I want to use the initial latent so that I can do spectral. Easiest way to do this is to have it set by an aspect ratio. The trouble is, getting 1280 by 736 is quite specific. So obviously you can set it with 2 primitives for height and width. Yeah, let's do it that way, so then it's like, it's driven. So width, height, and height. There we go. So we're going to be generating 121 frames. Yes. Same seed, different hex. So she's talking in a slightly different way, but it's the same person. In case you're wondering how we got a video variation. It's using my string painter node. And that's what that does. It changes just the hex code at the end of the prompt while keeping the seed the same. In fact, hang on a minute, I've got seed on randomized, so it should be a different chick. Maybe it's because it was the same seed, it hasn't changed yet. Right. That's okay. But looks like the hex code was actually different this time. Okay, so we'll run the other one first. They're both pretty much the same. What do we got? Coco Sloan says, you're so right about that. Many devs make stuff in different environments and then good luck making it work. Electrolab says, Comfy supports multi-workflows in one Comfy, but will retain only the currently used one on restart, and that's maybe why you use multiple tabs. Yes, it is why I use multiple tabs, because if it gets reset, if it gets all the new weirdo tabs that just take up half the screen eventually. NC17Z Says, I'm a little late to the party. Have you started using wave speed and or Tcache? I'm quite pleased with the results and speed improvements on inference. No, I haven't. Not yet. Although we do talk about it. I've never really found speed to be a problem, personally. I mean, look, I am a big fan of getting my time back. I do like having my time back, but at the same time, no pun intended, you know, the speed was never a problem for me. What I want to know, if you use wave speed, is have you compared, and it's very difficult to because you need a computer with wave speed and a computer without it, so I guess you can't really compare it. It's faster, yes, but how does it affect quality? You know, I haven't seen anybody talk about that. Everyone is like, it's faster, it's faster, it's faster. And no one's talking about quality. And I don't know, it just seems to me there's got to be a trade-off somewhere, and no one seems to be talking about what that is. I mean, look, if people want to say there is no trade-off, fair enough, but I just, yeah. You know. So, like, wave speed and or Tcache. Like I said, I got Triton installed, but I haven't looked at wave speed. If it needs Sage attention, well, that's cursed, and I probably will skip. There's something about Sage attention. If they release wheels, which you can actually install on Windows, fine. But they, to my knowledge, they don't actually do that, which means you have to compile it yourself, which means really it's a developer thing. Anything which requires a user to compile anything, you know, what can I say? So let's see, this is HUNYUAN video. I'm actually surprised. It's not good, but it's not the worst thing I've seen it do. Remember, this is LTXV, not HUNYUAN. Took 1 minute 20. 151 seconds to do 121 frames. So it's like almost 1 frame per second. Almost. I suppose if you changed the size of it to be a bit smaller, because it is at 1280 by 720, right? 1280 by 720, 151 seconds, 121 frames. So this is definitely a good idea. I think this is, I don't know. I think this is the move. Perhaps it just needs like fine-tuning. I've not seen anyone release a fine-tuned LTX model yet, which is surprising. You'd think someone would have done it by now. Let's see what people are saying. Coco Sloan says, LTXV seems to have best quality and speed. Electrolab says, wave speed will change the results slightly. I haven't gotten it, but Nerdy Rodent tested it. Does it need Triton? I think so. Coco Sloan says, not that hard to compile in Windows, but start messing with WSL in Windows and things get messy. NC17Z says, wave speed and Tcache not noticeable to my eye and or other people on Discord. I too have not heard anyone discuss it because you can just turn it off and on and see the same result. He says that. There is a fine tune as far as I know for LTXV. The only one I know of is the VAE, which isn't really a fine tune of the model, it's a fine tune of the VAE. But if you do know of one, link it for us because I want to check it out. Wave speed really speeds up upscaling and detailing at higher resolution. I wonder if the reason it's called wave speed is because it deals with wavelets. And you just reminded me of something else I wanted to do. Wavelet. Oh, what was it called? Wavelet decompose. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. It's telling me about streams that are going online that I'm on right now. That's cool. Right, so I need wavelet decompose in my life. So it separates an image into layers of different details. So that means, how would be the best way? It's a node that's going to have a lot of different outputs. So that's wavelet decompose. What you might... Wavelet decompose. I've used it before in Photoshop retouching, okay, but there's a whole bunch of magic you can do with wavelet decompose. And wavelet compose, where you put them back together again. But this is frequency separation. Which is, like I said, frequency separation was cool, but wavelet decompose is better. It's a more up-to-date technique. Right, let's get on this pronto. So start a new chat. I used to use a technique known as wavelet, and I have got a Photoshop script that I could give him, but I'm just going to see, could you explain to me what that is and then demonstrate how it can be written in Python, perhaps using Pillow, to take an image and then output a number of layers that were corresponding to the wavelet decompose method. So you guys keep telling me about this wave speed thing, and you've just reminded me about something completely different. So keep it up. So let's say I fix the number of wavelets at 8. Okay, let's say I fix... It should be like 12, actually. Let's say fix the number of wavelets at 12. Let's say. I mean, you should really allow the user to change the number of layers, but I don't know how to update a node to change the number of outputs. It's really interesting. Images are large enough to return the requested number of levels. Okay, for general use, should we use 8 levels? Wait, no, 6. Yeah. Should we use 6 levels instead of 12? I'm okay with it. It's fine. I'm not trying to... Alright, fine. We'll do it with that many instead then. Wave speed caches the first pass of the blocks of quantization. Interesting. Wavelets, generally what we can do is we can dump. Well, I'm thinking about, there's a couple of things you can do. The first one is to, a bit like clip skip. So we could have wavelet skip, where you get to choose which layers you want to skip. and it's going to get rid of some noise, which you know, it's going to clean up the entire image by simplifying it. So that's one thing you can do, you know. So skip some layers, probably the ones at the end, the most high frequency layers. But yeah, so it simplified the image by skipping wavelets, but that's a different node. Right now I'm working on just the idea, like how practical is it, because the thing is you'd have to have 6 image outputs, and this is going to need a wavelet compose, which is going to take 6 images and put them back together again. So I'm not really sure if this is a practical thing to apply to a node, but essentially it's like it allows you to do much more detailed, because you can, say you had an image and you split it out into low frequency and high frequency layers, okay, and it's on a scale from the lows to the highs. So when you're in the middle, it's just like color shapes, right? And so you put them all together and it forms the image, right? But when you have looking at the high frequencies, you can do a lot of stuff, like you can do in painting in the high frequency layer, put it back together again, and you haven't destroyed a lot of the like color information that sits behind, so it just blends better. Stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking. It, you know, you like take that layer out and do something to that layer and then put it back together again, and it's kind of like they call it non-destructive editing, but it's all Photoshop stuff. Yeah, see what I mean? 512 to 2048. This is exactly the regions that we operate inside, see, which is why I thought this is going to be good. Okay, so it should have... okay, so now I've got some code, right? We're going to do exactly the same as what we did yesterday. So I'll go into a new thing and I'll say, hello. I want to create a new custom node which will be based on, okay, and based on wavelet-12.py in terms of the function used to process a batch of images. Okay. No, not a batch of images. Damn it, I'm still in video mode. Used to process a single input image. However, it will differ from the example template in that it will output each decomposed layer to a separate output named after that layer or those layers. Separate. I'm decomposing them into separate layers. What? It sounds technical, because it is. Yeah, I'm going to add more outputs. Yeah, that's what I hope. In terms of the function used to process a single input image, however, it will differ from the example template in that it will output each decomposed layer to a separate output named after those layers. Right. So then this is kind of like it goes one in, many out. So I don't think I've got a node that does that. but takes an image in and puts an image out. I think I have got a workflow like that. So that would be the image interleaved upscaler from today. It's just image in, image out. I don't know. I wonder if it ends up inheriting some upscaling code. The example given here, image interleaved upscaler.py, shows how the new custom node for ComfyUI should be laid out and shows the correct format for the input / output. Image. However, we will need an output for each layer created by the decomposition process. And I'm writing things out backwards today. This node should be named, and what the hell should we call it? Wavelet decompose .py. Okay, let's see what we've missed. Yes, the VAE fine tune. I use that NC17. Wave speed really speeds up upscaling and detailing at high resolution, says Lucas. NC17 says wavelets. That must be great. Must be great for sharpening. High pass filter, as in Photoshop. If we have the ability to change transfer layers like PS, that would be really exciting. I'm with you on this, Drift. Wave speed just caches the first pass of blocks of quantization, but wavelets, on the other hand, I see the tree you're barking at. Electrolab outputs, you add more types to, for example. Okay, so this is like a bit of image splicing that we're trying to mess around with now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that new experimental node in here, and we're going to rename it to Wavelet Decompose, the capital D, because that's what it thinks it's called. And then I'm going to add it to my inits. Let's make ourselves a new entry. So we're going to just call it Wavelet. Wavelet Decompose. Okay, it looks like it's recognized it because it's green. So now we'll just set up all these mappings. Now, one thing I do like to do is I do like to just check that this label matches exactly what's in the code. Now, it's usually just a space. Did you say decomposition? I think it said decomposition. Hang on a minute. Yeah, he said decomposition. Let's get busy. Yeah, that's just a little, just in my head, I was like, I bet it's the other thing. So it's not just, you know, slight changing there. It's all right. It's all good. Okay. So then what we want to do is, she's doing all right. How about this? That did all right. I still need to do more testing on this. I would like to see if it's possible to do this with HUNYUAN as well before the night gets old. Where is the thing? I guess I got rid of all of them. I guess I got rid of all of them. Alright, just make a new tab. And then drag in video clamp. Always off the edge of the screen. no matter how hard I try. Okay, so... And this new node, I want to get rid of that. Man, I've been having a productive day. Alright, so it's wavelet decompose. We're going to find it in the list. There it is. Okay. Now this should be interesting, because it returns 7 images. Okay. Approximation, detail 1, detail 1, detail 1, HVD, detail 2, detail 2, what? HVD, HVD. Okay, so one of them is an approximation, and then the rest are the 6 layers. That's what I should be seeing. Okay, so let's just restart the bad boy. Alright. I hope all of you guys are making up your own nodes and stuff. My Discord's been dead all night, by the way. I think I'm gonna Control R it or close it or something. It's just crashed. Looks like I can't Control R it. Can't even do that. Right, I'm gonna have to kill my... I gotta kill Discord, everyone. It's just sat there doing nothing. Sad day for Discord. Okay, my Discord is now fixed, but it can wait because we're doing something else now. So we get rid of this, and we get the thing I just made, which is called the wavelet decompose node. And we go for wavelet decomposition. Alright, this should be interesting. So get rid of that. We can use this, just one frame load cap is fine. So let's do a save image, and then we'll do a bunch of previews, I guess. Level 3. Level 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Yeah! It works. But they're all really small. Why is it so small? Okay, so it kind of works. So, oh my. Okay, so you put them all together and that's what you get. Okay. But for some reason, I don't believe these are automatically black and white, so hang on a minute. Just checking everything we got here. Seems to be the best one at the moment. So you put basically you put these together. Where's the color channels? Yeah, this isn't working. It's sort of like partially working. All the outputs are black and white, so I do not see any color layers in the outputs. It should be all color, really. I mean, yeah, sure, it does end up becoming grayscale, but it does involve a conversion from grayscale, but it shouldn't be always grayscale. Yeah, we need to keep the color. So it's still not quite right. Process channel that handles decomposition for a single channel. Process each RGB channel separate independently. Keep the color information separate. Combine channels at the end. I'm not sure if that's really how we do that, but hey, whatever. Let's give it a blast. It's this button. Ah. Electrolab says outputs. You add more types to example. Yep. Electrolab, then name them using return names, my output name. Coco Sloan, we are not that technically advanced to make our own nodes. Yeah, you are. You probably didn't even know it, but you're a poet too. If you watch my channel, you're also a wizard now. And then NC17, wow, like watching YouTube history being made. Never visually watch someone go from concept to implementation and execution in a matter of minutes. You should be checking out some of this. We do this every day. Check out some of the last streams. This is what we've been doing. I've got quite a lot of new nodes. I'm like the undiscovered secret. Everyone's, you know. Aha, we're getting closer. Because like I said, look at the difference in the layers. If you make edits to certain layers, you can have more precision. That's what we're aiming at. It's still not quite right though. So now 3 of the layers are grayscale and 3 of the layers are black. So I think they were like, what are they all called? Detail 2? Yeah, so let's just tell him what's going on. Okay, detail level 1 is all grayscale, like a normal map, you could say, or a roughness map maybe. Detail level 2 is solid black, which isn't correct. But we're getting closer. And normally what happens in Photoshop is you use a wavelet decompose, you pull the layers which has like skin blotches and things like that, and then you literally just erase them to the grey. And then when you put everything back together again, those blotches, pimples, creases, all that kind of stuff, they all go away. They're all gone. So detail level 1 is high frequency, detail level 2 is coloured, low frequency. So edges and textures go in level 1 and colours go in level 2. So it's still not quite right, but it's getting closer. So let's give her another restart. Yes, thank you, NC. Yeah, you are right. That's right. You are right to point that out. And NC is actually an old viewer from... he's been following the channel for a very long time, but I haven't seen him on the stream for a while, but then that's fine. I exist in a strange time zone. But yeah, he's right. I had a creative connection. Somebody said the word wave, and it made me think about wavelets, and now here we are. So yeah, that's true. There's a bit more of a story to the process. Yes. Oh no, I just clicked the magic button. No, it's fine. Let's try that one more time. Hey! So the color channels still are on. It shouldn't be coming through as black. But this looks like it's about right. This is about what I would expect. Because it's blurred out. What happens if I say wavelet 2? It just gets smaller. Isn't that weird? It just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. I don't even know what the level's supposed to do. We are getting close to something. I don't want to waste the entire stream on this though. Wavelet decomposition. What do I do here? Oh yeah, that's right. Let's ask API instead. I'll say wavelet decomposition .py is not outputting color layers correctly and only produces black images. Whoops, I misspelled images. Hopefully that doesn't make him go insane, because he's just going to edit the code. Let me update the README. Wait, what? Hey! Did you just say that I know that this isn't working? He did! Why did he do that? He's like, listen, I need to change the README and let everyone know that I'm working on this. Alright, Claude, calm down. Try fixing the script before you tell everyone it's broken. Lucas says the grey image looks like a LiDAR map. Yeah, because I think it's, like I said, it's relief data. So that's how it looks. NC17 says drift. When I use a high pass filter in Photoshop, the color layer, you can Gaussian and box blur ever so slightly, and then with transfer modes you can add high pass to the end, add the detail back in. Yes, the idea of taking skin and like cloning skin details, it's something. I don't know, but yeah, to take wrinkles out of clothes in photos, yeah, that's another way I use it. Yeah. It's totally a big technique. But why have you updated the README? Are you crazy? Did he already Oh, he already edited the script first. Okay, cool. Wait, he read my file and then... Wait. What are you doing reading the... I can't believe it, you lazy bastard. He just... I said, hey, one of these nodes doesn't work, and he's edited my README and said, oh, this one's being fixed. But he didn't fix it. He just said that's great. I don't know what it is about it. I think that's great. That's probably the funniest. I don't know. Right, okay. So let's make him actually fix it. Please investigate and fix the color issue with wavelet decompose.py. Yes. That's funny. It might be that I just use a completely different script. Oh, it's adding stuff. He's adding a lot of stuff. He added loads of stuff. Loads of stuff. Okay. True. Maybe it was dividing by 0 because the code was chef's kiss. So, Highwit. So it's managed to get itself a new import. So I've just basically got to hope that it understands what PyWhat is. Yeah, here's the tune, Lucas. Yeah, this is the official tune for the Discord, I guess, because it's a real song. Alright, let's try it again. Like I said, I don't want to get my wheels stuck and be just working on this because we're running out of time. I've showed you the nodes, I've showed you the plasma noise. We had a look at the what do you call it, HUNYUAN LOOM or whatever it was called. And we looked at LTX noise. The LTX plasma noise is what we looked at. So video bit clamp. This is not a video bit clamp. This is wavelet decomposition. Maybe. Ah, it's still black. So we're still not quite cracked that. Like the first part, this looks fine. The high frequency details are there. But it's still not in a way that we could actually use it for anything yet. And I think the way to actually get out of this rut, because he's definitely stuck, he doesn't know how to get out of this. So instead of wasting my time, what I'll probably do is find a wavelet decompose script, and sometimes I'll just start from scratch, because a lot of the time, yeah, this works and it looks cool, but at the same time it's not fully working. It's the color layers. The color layers are just black, so that's not working. But hey, that's partly why we do it live, because I don't want to be like everything works straight away. Even though it did work straight away, and it does work, it's not working completely. It's like kind of scuffed actually. Because look, we've got a full color image here. So why can I not see my color layers, man? So detail 2 is still broke, not, yeah. All outputs from detail 2, which is color layers, are solid black. Other than that, the node is working. Let's see what he does. Whoa. Replacing file operation was successful. Calculate a global maximum value for each level first. Use level specific normalization. Improve the handling of small values. Global maximum for each decomposition level. There we go. Alright. Alright. We'll give him another go. Say okay. Oh no, my TV turned off. Don't do that. I need that. Otherwise, how can I read your comments? Coco Sloan says, once you go black, you never go back. Never go back. Lucas says, instead of RGB, it outputs in black, black, black. NC17Z says RGB extract kind of thing, I bet. Nah, still black. Electrolab says, I'm learning. Will you show a template if you like? However, making the node do something is the actual challenge. Yes. We're getting there. See, the thing is, this is the high frequency details. Okay. You can kind of see it's like a relief image. The issue is that the color splodges, there should be like really blurred out, because obviously you used to be able to do this with frequency separation. I think you like take a layer, turn it to 255 or 128, and then like do a Gaussian blur, and then you subtract one from the other, and you end up with something like this. So anyway, still black. The color layers are still solid black. He's looking at things that should be making it a fully black, yeah, or may result in, you know, pretty good. Like I said, it might be that I just need to rewrite the entire function from scratch because it's like infected with some kind of bad idea, which it won't get rid of for fear of reprimand, I guess. Alright, one more time, because we're going into overtime now. Oh, yay. But you'll probably see wavelet decompose or whatever show up in an update. Because I used to use that all the time when I was doing touching up images. And it might be as simple as blocking one layer. I mean, yeah, you'll lose some detail, but you'll lose the errors as well. So we're still just getting black images out of detail 2. This doesn't seem to be how I wanted it to work. Yes. There may be information in the black layers, however, a transfer mode layered on something might not allow you to see it. It must be, because this is a composition of all the layers, right? Or, well, as far as I know, it is an approximation of all of them. So maybe it is working. Well, what I'll do is I'll make the example for now, because I'm confused. Wallet decompose. It's wavelet decompose. That's a totally different thing. Oh, can't save it yet. I haven't done this bit. Aww. It emptied my clip buffer. Right. It's just strange, because normally you would be able to see the colour. I don't know what it's done with those images. I really don't. Let's see. I'm going to say, could it be that the image appears black when it holds color data I cannot see.
Live.uk radio. I put this together with all the tracks I
Let's find out what he says.
Thanks for listening. You can check them all out on my
Uh-oh, it's rewriting the thing again. Uh-oh, what's it doing? No!
YouTube tutorials as well.
I'm seeing less than 50% grey. Yeah. Higher values make subtle details more valuable. Detail boost parameter lets you control it. Okay. Alright. We'll give it one more blast. Because I'm making music tonight. It's going to be funky. And for that, I don't want it to be 2 a.m. I want it to be midnight. So we're going to recreate the node. So now we have a detail boost of 5.0 and a level of 3. That's going to make everything to... Okay, it's desperately trying to make them coloured now. Look, what? So at level 1, black and white. Level 2, we got some colour. Some colour. What? Level 3. Okay, so now it's a really small image. So it, look, I can see it's trying to do it, but it's broken. Something's getting mixed up. So I'm going to come back to this. But I know this is going to be a good one once it works. So, all right. So, what were the new nodes that we did tonight? Aside from this one, which seems to have just taken over everything. It's taken over. What's this one? Okay, so video bit clamp. That was cool. I enjoyed that. So I wish I had like... Ah, yeah, that's right. I was trying to write the list up just now. So how about let's try that again. And this time maybe it won't break. Okay. So... how the hell do people know what I'm doing, you know? They don't. It's kind of hard. Alright. Up. So what have we got? We've got DJZ nodes index, image interleaved upscaler. We'll start there. So image interleaved upscaler. So that's up to 4x. Up to 4x interleaved upscaling for single images. And then I probably should grab the workflow. Here it is. Like that. And then the next one, well, let's do them separately today because it was sketching out earlier and like crashing on me. So what's the next one? Video bit clamp. Bit clamp, bit clamp, bit clamp. Can't see it. Video bit clamp. There it is. Copy that. And then clamps the color palette to the user specified bit count. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. And then what's next? DJZ data mosh, right? DJZ data mosh v8 it's V7 with mask input supported. Yep, masked moshing. Whatever next. Whatever next. So where's that one? I know it's in a funny place. No. There it is. It's at the top of the list. That's a funny place. Zenkai prompt. Right. Zenkai prompt. Zenkai prompt V3. Offers interpolation of many prompts with various nodes across a file or directories. Up to you. So it's like a prompt, it's a prompt mixer, a prompt tumbler, like a chaos device. It's definitely heresy. Definitely heresy. There it is. Zenkai V3 prompt interpolation. That's another one. Need to get rid of this embed. That's 4. Prompt dupe. That one's easy. Prompt dupe remover. Removes prompts from removes duplicated words from your prompt. Very simple. Very simple. Where is it? Prompt dupe remover. So it only will allow one of a type of word. You know? You can only get one. Everybody gets one. And that's all you get, but that's all you get. I've already done 3-tone styler, haven't I? Nope. That was the first one in when I first tried to do it. Now it's the last one. Even though it's not the last one, because technically there's this. I'm not going to do an update for the wavelet stuff. It's not. It doesn't actually work yet. So, well, it does work, but it could work better. So, yeah. 3-tone styler. You can't do everything one and done. Maybe if I'd picked something easier. Where's 3-tone at? 3-tone. Wait, did I not upload the 3-tone? I must have done. There it is. It's in the index. Otherwise I wouldn't have pushed the update. So it has to have a thing. An example. What's this do? Okay, so I'm just going to say video stylization node, which allows the control of 3-tone styles, full color control, dynamic color control, and dithering options. I'm going to say warning. What's the name of it? Floyd Bernstein or something? I need to remember what this thing was called. The 3-tone styler. It's not that one. It's not even that one. It's a different one. I'm thinking of bit clamp, aren't I? Yeah, I'm thinking of bit clamp, so I don't need to go on about that for this one. In fact, it's fine. I figured it out. I'll take the warning off it. It doesn't have dithering options. I'm getting confused. But it does have dynamic color control, so there we go, we're done. Remove, right, now where is video bit clamp? Here it is, video bit clamp. So I'm going to add in here Warning. Floyd, what now? Bit clamp. Dithering. Floyd Steinberg. There it is. Steinberg. Dithering is very slow. That's the warning you're going to get. It's hidden in a Discord on page 39 in an obscure channel in the basement. So, if anyone asks, we already told you. We already told you about it. We know. I've got Wavelet. Hang on. We're almost out of time. But let me see if I can't fix a node with something else. So we're going to say wavelet. Oh, wavelets.py. Denoising diffusion high torch. It looks like everybody uses the word wavelet now. Wavelet.psd. Unreal Engine uses wavelets as well, by the looks of it. Everyone loves the wavelets. So what I'll do is I will organize them by the folder path. Oh look, a critter. I've got a critter plugin, but it's in DLL format. Transfer upscaling video. I've got one in Skippy. Skippy has it already. So Anacona roaming. Downloads. Wavelet 12.py. And this is from today. Yeah. Got anything a little older than that? What's this? Downloads Wavelet JSX. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. It's a JSX inspired by GIMP's Wavelet plugin. It's a JSX. Alright, so that's what I want. So how about we go back to this here and say, please pay attention to this attached script, and I hope I can drag it from there, because that would be annoying, wouldn't it, if I had to then go and find it manually anyway. Oh good. It's called Wavelet Decompose. Okay. And rewrite the logic for this script to follow what the JSX source does. I'm just going to hijack my node now. It's not Pi, it's JSX. Still the same so far. Copy. And where is it? It's here. It's a lot shorter, which worries me a little bit, but we'll go with it. And then let's see what he's chatting on mush. What's it say? Replaced mathematical wavelet with Gaussian blur based. Good, because we don't really want to do math. If we can do it with Gaussian blurs, that'd be great. Convolution, blur radius is the same pattern. Change the decomposition. Oi, I was reading that. Start with the image, create progressively more blurred versions, extract details by subtracting blurred from original, add offset to center the details, modify outputs to match Photoshop structure, residual blurred layer comes first, detail scales follow in order. Okay, let's see how that converted to our... That's not even the right one. Wavelet. Ooh, it looks different. Let's just get a whole host of previews and see how we get on. Oh crap. Oh, you can't do that, huh? Alright. Oh crap. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. I'm going to give it to the chat because that's where we're working. So if you say so. The plans have been on display in the basement for 10 of your standard Earth years. You can use the optimized Floyd Steinberg dithering from Git. Hello, Electronic Music Art Collective. Love it. And it's true. We could do that. But it's time to restart Comfy again. Oh yeah. Can we fix it in the last 10 minutes? Ooh! Maybe we can. I think it's gotten something mixed up, but we do actually have a working color layer. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, there. That is the layers. I don't know why the residual is so blurry, but it is pretty much how they make the layers. So blur and subtract. Ah, original. Residual, original. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I think scale 5 looks like the original. I'm pretty sure that is the original. It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say. But yeah, if I lost this layer, things would get a lot blurrier. And look, this layer's got the noise on it. I mean, I guess there'll be bits of the noise on every layer, but on here, look, it's just grey relief, I guess you could say. But then this, you can see the colour noise from the VHS. And then on the next one, it's still got the colour noise, but it's not, you know, as detailed. So like, what you could do is you could just get rid of that. So it'd be easy to clean that off if you wanted to. Because it's not in any of the others, you know, the feature is only in, I'm just trying to look for a feature. So like if you were to clamp this to grays, this image to grayscale, it would get rid of whatever that is. If say we say that's an artifact we want to get rid of, that would be one way of doing that. Because when you put it all back together again, the edited image or the edited frames. Anyway. Just an example, because there's like a lot of things you can do with this. It's like an industry technique. I still think that maybe some of the layers aren't connected up right. Like the original is a black image. That is a little suspect, but this is the best version of it so far. So what I'm going to do, this should say wavelet decompose. I don't know why it doesn't. It's quite confusing if you're just watching along. It's like, what the hell is he doing now? And this is like part of a larger system as well, so it probably doesn't make much sense. I mean, this does work though. I'm just trying to think. So now we get 5 scales and we get something called original image. I mean, you don't need to even use it, but it's a bit of a strange one. Because that estimate, the residual is just the blur, and then original is just a black image, so I'm not really sure why we even have that. But it seems to want to give it to us, so I'm pretty sure what happens is if you stack all of these together in the right back, you know, in the correct way, you'll end up with the perfect image, or the image that you had to begin with, and then you're able to do your edits without destroying everything. You just destroy the detail, the feature that you're looking for. Because that's what this is supposed to be anyway. Diddly dee, Profi Prompter, sup, what are you up to? Just joined, had a great day connecting Touch Designer with Comfy and building custom Comfy controller today. That sounds cool. Yeah, we just got done with a bunch of new custom nodes, so today I brought out interleaved upscaler for single images, video bit clamp, Datamosh V8 which supports masking, Zenkai Prompt V3 which is a prompt list loader, but it has interpolation, so it'll interpolate different prompts together into a single prompt. Prompt dupe remover, which can clean up the mess if this makes mess. It gets rid of words in your prompt that are said multiple times. And then 3-tone styler, which converts your video to 3-tone. And not to forget that we did the film grain effect, the fisheye effect, the classic film effect, the video interlaced upscaler, which is probably the quickest video upscaler out there. It's just not high quality, like, you know, but then it's quick, so that's the whole point, is it's fast. I did do a video interlaced upscaler V3 version that supports ESR GAN models. Might support more, I'm not sure. I tried to use the Comfy implementation of upscale, so as far as I know, it uses Comfy. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't need to write the code for it. We also did black bars. V3 does padded black bars, whereas the V2 does cropping black bars. We've also got retro video text, so video with any font support, text over video, just like titles. The video interlaced upscaler V2 is probably still the fastest one though, even though I did make a new one called V4 Fast, but it's ironic, in the end it turns out this one is actually faster. Black Bars V1 has sliders instead of using presets. Then we did a black and white lens effect. Ryan on the insides combine audio tracks is better than mine, so use that one instead. The chaos, string chaos, it just changes lead speak and alternating capitalization, stuff like that. There's loads of nodes in there. That was the first video interlaced upscaler, just had a few less options than the V2. And then there was Technicolor 3-strip, Panavision lens, and anamorphic lens effect. And then I think I was just doing video stuff, but that's the last 3 days. Cropping black bars, you can do it with FFmpeg. Yep, and the chances are this uses FFmpeg. But the point I'm trying to make is that we got 3 types of black bar node. One is sliders, one is cropping, and the other is padding. So, it's you got 3 different ways of doing it, and it's all video to video usually. And what I've just been working on, because someone keeps on talking about wave speed, everyone keeps talking about wave speed, and it made me think of wavelet decompose, which is like a frequency separation technique. And so here I am making that node, and I think it works, so I am going to push it, even though it probably might be lost, but it'll make sense when I start actually using it for stuff, if I ever get round to it. But this is something which I had in the back of my head. I was able to find... Is it still there? Yeah. I was able to find an old JavaScript. So let's just have a look at what the JavaScript looks like. So JavaScript, this is GIMP's, or inspired by GIMP's wavelet plugin. This is a .jsx from 2016. Wavelet decompose for Photoshop, and I do still use this. I've got it in my Photoshop. And so the idea was just to turn that, oh look, wavelet detail level scales 1 through 10. So the idea was to turn that into a custom node, and it does kind of work. All right. And it does kind of work. But I say the biggest things that we've done in the last recent would be the interleaved stuff and the interlaced stuff, because it applies to so many models and it gives you a quick 2x, especially when you're doing video. It's not bitclamp. So wavelet decompose. Did I actually save this? Yes, I did multiple times. Okay, so I need to clean that up as well. So refresh. So we're going to push the update. And then if you want to mess around with it, you're welcome. So let's just close that down. So yeah, the key was just finding a script that actually works. And then saying, hey, look at this, it works. Make my script more like that script. And then it works. I'm okay with it. Right. So what I do need to do is upload this new example. Whoa, it's not called that anymore. It's called that now. That should work. Even though it's a different one, we're playing hopscotch, it's fine. The other one's gone and I renamed it, so it should work, even though it's a bit hacky. Okay, so we go in here. And then we've got to do our due diligence. So here we go. And it's going to be called wavelet decompose.py. I do plan on making more wavelet adjacent stuff. Wavelet decompose.py. Like, basically an assembler would be also a great, do you know what I mean? Putting it back together again. So I need the reverse of this. So it's like doing, you know, but then it can't really, yeah, anyway. Electronic Arts Music Collective is flexing with his FFmpeg CLI knowledge by posting in the chat how to do that. How to do black bars, yes. My black bars would be to an industry standard if you're using the presets. There are codes for Floyd Steinberg, GIMP frequency, decompose and delete back bars. Cool, man. Thank you very much. Right, so what I'm going to do is finish this off. What the heck? Style transfer. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could be done with the wavelet decomposition stuff. Right, so now I've got my MD file, which pretty much explains how to use it. I don't know. Unmodified image input. It's not though, it's black. That means something's not right, but hey, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna keep working on it, so don't worry. Okay, it does work though. We get what I expected. The question is putting it back together again, so I'm gonna have to make more nodes. Okay. So I'm going to get this one. New task. Rewrite my documentation AI. There we go. He's there waiting. Wavelet decompose. New task. Update my readme. Grab the link for the new wavelet decompose. So you got the example. There it is. Copy that. Put that there. Save it. Done. Run the readme update. Hopefully it doesn't like gaslight everyone by trying to say I've got 100 nodes again. He keeps doing it. He keeps update. He's like, 80, 81, 100. What's the difference? It's quite funny. And look, he said wavelet decompose, color output currently being fixed. I asked him to look at a bug and he just typed this to my readme. That's all he did for a response. So instead of fixing the scripts, he just said, just put a sign on the door saying under construction and forget about it, mate. We'll do it some other time. Claude was busy, I guess. So I said, hey, there's a bug with wavelet decompose. He said, yeah, we're working on it. And then he did nothing. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I still can't believe that happened. Uh-oh. I think he's losing the plot. I think he's lost the plot, mate. Maybe I ran out of, maybe I ran out. Maybe I ran out of tokens. But baby, that's okay. What am I going to do? I'll go for this. Let's see. Try it again. Thank you, Mr. Super Fake Name, if you're watching. I think it might be some other problem because it's getting completely stuck. And it's not allowing me. No. Let's try it again. I think maybe there's something wrong with my internet connection, guys, because... Oh, wait. Or maybe it's just the README files getting that long now. I don't know. Well, I don't really need to update the README file. It says, what specific updates would you like to... Okay. What specific updates? I don't know. New files that have been added since the last update. Don't tell me it's going to go, well, I can see the latest file that was updated is this one, so I'm going to make that one the front and center showcase. I'm like, oh, that's not what I wanted you to do. So yeah, I think I'll just leave the README update out of it for now. Let's go back here. Upload files. And I want to get, because this is just sort of so slow right now, I don't know what's going on. Here it is. We refresh it. So how about we do these, but we don't do the README, because it's having issues right now. I don't know why. But it won't affect anything we've been working on, so that's the bottom line. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of the show. It's crazy. Time just blazes by, just without knowing it. Suddenly it's over and then waiting for tomorrow, and that's how it's been. So I'm going to be making more nodes. Please keep on hitting me with the ideas, like I said, or if there's something which you've been thinking about, maybe I can have a go. Other than that, I'll be back tomorrow for the Wednesday stream. It'll be starting a little bit earlier than today, 5 o'clock UK time. So look forward to that. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out, and I'll see you all next time.